guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to review the new Superman film.
Yes, by James Gunn.
Yep, James Gunn. We're out of the Snyderverse and we're in the Gunverse now. The new DCU, I think is what they're calling it. So,
which I have learned, is pretty... I feel like it's pretty controversial.
It is.
I think it has been, but I'm just really seeing it now.
Yeah. This has been going on for a very long time with DC fans and stuff and Star Wars and all that. It can get toxic out here.
It can.
So, but look, before we get into it, we're going to give our honest thoughts on Superman. Hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
If you haven't already, we talk about movies and TV and do entertainment news live streams on the channel. If you like that kind of stuff, that kind of content, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah. We'd love to have you. Also, make sure you like the video.
Like the video, like she said, and then leave us a comment if you saw the new Superman film. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Try to be civil. That's all we ask.
Right.
We're all movie fans here. I think that's important to remember.
And also, if you didn't see, we did do a straight out of the theater reaction when we saw it. So if you want, you can go back and check that out too.
Yep, those were very, very raw thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into our thoughts on the movie. This was your most anticipated film of the year. I was kind of, looking forward to it, but I wasn't super excited. What did you think of it?
Yeah, so, I can't even remember if it was on... Was it on your list at all for most anticipated?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe it was. When we do these lists, it's like the beginning of the year, and there's not really a lot out there that's known.
Yeah.
That's coming out. So maybe it was on there, 9 or 10. I can't remember.
Yeah. So this was, my most anticipated of the year. So I was pretty excited about this movie. Going to the theater. There's not a ton of movies that get me super excited to want to go see it, opening night or very soon after.
Yeah.
And so, I would put this up there probably with Spider-Man. What was it? No Way Home?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I get all those titles mixed up. I would put it up there with that, maybe just slightly under it, but yeah, so I was super excited to see this. I do feel like my expectations may have been, a little too high.
A little too high.
Overall, I did really enjoy the movie, but I do think that it didn't quite meet my expectations. I think I might have, got myself a little too excited.
Yeah, I kept my expectations pretty mild.
Yeah.
And I'd say the movie more or less kind of met my expectations. We saw the trailer. When we got the first trailer, I kind of knew the tone that the movie was going to be, what it was going for.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what the movie is. It's a James Gunn movie, is what it felt like to me. For better or for worse, it kind of felt like Superman mashed with Guardians of the Galaxy. So I just kind of felt that tone. And I don't know if that totally worked for me.
You like Guardians.
I do like Guardians.
Yeah.
But also my favorite Superman film is controversial. It's Man of Steel.
I really don't think that's controversial.
A lot of people love Man of Steel, but just as equal amounts hate
Okay.
Man of Steel. So it is kind of a divisive film. But I wasn't a massive fan of Superman, growing up. I loved Batman, but I didn't love Superman. I didn't love Superman until I saw Man of Steel. So that kind of got me into the character. So this is more of I don't know if you'd say it's a throwback to the Christopher Reeves movies, but I think the tone's a little bit more lighthearted like those films. I think that you could make that comparison. But I just like Superman a little bit more. I just like that more epic, dark tone that Zack Snyder brought to it.
Okay.
So
yeah, as far as tone goes, I was pretty happy with the tone of the movie. I felt like it was somewhere kind of in the middle as far as serious versus a little silly or superhero-y. I don't know.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is it's a family film.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a movie that you can take your kids to, and you all can have a good time. You don't have to worry about there being too many adult themes and stuff in that, which I think Man of Steel kind of goes a little bit too far in that direction. This is more lighthearted and just fun for the whole family, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
I've never... Superman is definitely a very well-known, superhero. But for me, he's just always kind of been on the back burner. I don't know. I've just never
Yeah.
really cared for Superman that much. But yeah, so I didn't have like any ties to him, you know. I think Henry Cavill, like, I know that he has like a big fan base for being Superman, and I think that, like, you know, he did a fine job being Superman.
Did you see anything with him in it? Did we watch BVS at home? I feel like maybe.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know if I saw it all or just like saw bits and pieces of it. I mean, I definitely, you know, have seen him and Amy Adams and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't have any ties to him. And so when we heard this one was coming out, I thought that the, you know, actor, you know, taking over the Superman role, I thought that, you know, he looked like Superman, and I know that you give it a lot of crap saying that he looks like Henry Cavill.
He looks like Henry Cavill.
And that's fair or whatever. But
a little fluffier Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that this actor did a great job. I think he looked like him. You know, I'll let you go into one of your biggest problems with the movie. I won't take that from you, but I don't know. For me, I felt like it did a great job at Superman. Yeah, what did you think about him?
So I didn't mind him as Superman. Like, I see the potential there. My problem is just like how they treat the character in this movie. It's just, and I get it. Like,
and that's not so much like him as an actor. It's
they're dropping you into this world, and he's been Superman for 3 years, and they open it up by saying this is the first time he's lost a fight. Mm-hmm. But it's like, well, we see that the entire movie. It's like, okay, this is the first time he lost a fight. And then we see him lose, like, the entire film. Mm-hmm. And he just comes off as, like, super weak in this film to me. And I just think that's kind of not a great way to introduce, like, your Superman in this brand new universe, is to have him get his ass kicked for, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, he gets almost no offense. He gets a little bit at the end. And I don't know, it's like, I don't mind, like, my heroes, like, being beat down and having to, like, fight their way back like an underdog or something, but it was just kind of too much, just how much they were, like, pummeling Superman all throughout this film.
Yeah, so. I don't know, I'm a little mixed about it. You know, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like the payoff with future films, like, it might be worth it.
It could, and it's very possible that the future films, like, will recontextualize my thoughts on this one. I may like it more, but, like, right now, it's like and just the way they set the movie up, it's like they're just dropping you into this world. There's no origin story, which I'm not saying we need an origin story. Mm-hmm. But, like, maybe they could have dropped us into this, like, a year in, and we get to see him, like, kick ass for a little bit. And then maybe the sequel, he could have got his ass kicked a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just, it might be a nitpick to some people. But it's like, it just felt like we got, like, we felt like we got an episode of television instead of, like, a complete story, like a complete movie. Mm-hmm. Just felt like you were dropped in after a bunch of this stuff had happened. They didn't really set up any of the characters you were just supposed to know because you know who Superman is. Yeah. And then,
I think maybe, you know, James Gunn, maybe he was just kind of thinking, like, you know the story. Like, I don't need to tell it to you again type of thing.
I get that.
So, yeah, I'm a little mixed on, as far as, like, thinking that he got his ass kicked the whole time. I don't know. There was something that I just thought was kind of endearing about it. I don't know. It's he did have moments where, like, he was, you know, shining and was able to do some cool stuff, but I don't know, I liked him also. I liked seeing him, like, vulnerable as well. So yeah, I don't know. One thing that I will say, as far as, like, that kind of goes into his origin story or whatever, I did not care for how his Earth parents were perceived. They came off as, like, a bunch of hicks.
A little dopey.
And I just didn't care for that. It seemed a bit, like, I know they're from, Kansas or something. Yeah. But I don't know. And it's like, I know they're farmers, but it seems like they were trying to take that, like, very stereotypical, like, just stereotyping farmers or something.
And you go to that.
Especially the mom.
You go to that from Kevin Costner and Diane Lane in Man of Steel. And it's like, some of the moments with Kevin Costner and Henry Cavill in Man of Steel are just, like, super profound and just, like, very serious and inspirational and emotional. And it's like, this is just played more for laughs, I feel like, until there was that little speech, you know, moment in the movie. Yeah. Which was sweet, but yeah, it's just stuff like that. Again, it's not I didn't hate any of the stuff. Like I liked the movie. I did like the movie. It's
Yeah.
just stuff, little things here and there. The James Gunn isms, just kind of a little bit too light and fluffy for me. I don't know. Like I said that in the review when we came out of the theater. It's just a little bit too light. I don't know.
It would be kind of interesting, like, to know how his Earth parents or whatever were, how they were, like, in the, like, cartoons and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if they came across that way at all or anything. But
And here's the big problem. Superman's almost a 100-year-old character. There's been so many TV shows, comic book runs, movies. There's so many different interpretations of that character. Like, you can't say, because this is what people will say. They'll say, well, that's not what Superman's supposed to be. He's supposed to be like this. Well, who says what Superman's supposed to be like? There's so many different iterations of him.
well, you would just say that it was the first that
Yeah,
he
well,
should be like.
you'd say it was the first, but again, there's so many different, like, there's nothing wrong with that to have different iterations and adaptations. It's like, who's to say, like, what's better? It's all just like what you gravitate towards and like what's your,
I mean,
you know,
honestly,
what's your flavor of Superman.
only the creator of Superman could really tell us, like, what he's supposed
and,
to be
but
like.
these characters are meant to be interpreted. They're meant to be taken to the next level, taken over here, taken over there. It's just all what you jive with at the end of the day. It's like none of them are right or wrong. It's just like what you gravitate towards the most. So
Yeah, you know, again, I thought that the actor who played Superman was great, and I look forward to seeing him, you know, in the next Superman movies. I also was pretty happy with the actress that played Lois.
I thought she was great.
I will say you know, like, I think she's a good actress or whatever. But I don't know, there was something like a tad off with their chemistry. I felt like he was able to, like, sell their relationship better than she was, but maybe that was just like a character thing
It is
too.
kind of her
because-
character.
Yeah, because she's kind of, like, not there yet. Because, like, there's a moment where he says, "I love you," and, like, you know, she ends up saying it back too. I don't know. So it could just be that, but I don't know. It kind of, for me, was her performance a little bit as well. I don't know. She just wasn't selling the chemistry.
She plays a little bit more standoffish, like she's more focused on her career and things like that. She very Rachel Brosnahan, is that her name?
I know it's Rachel, but I don't know.
She was very much like, I felt like channeling like a Margot Kidder type Lois Lane performance, which is the original Lois Lane, or in the original Christopher Reeve movies.
Yeah.
I felt like, anyway, she kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, overall, I did enjoy, like, them together. I thought that they looked, you know, good together, and I, you know, think that there's definitely potential there. But I just got to talk about the star of the movie, which for me was Krypto.
Oh, that's not mine.
Huh?
Go on.
Oh, yeah,
That was my
I know
star.
who you're gonna say. He was good too, but yeah, Krypto. I mean, I knew that I was gonna love this movie. When I saw that there was going to be a dog in it. He just looked so cute, and I was just like, oh, I love it. Like, you know, who doesn't love a dog if you don't, like...
And this is the first live action, you know, look at Krypto.
Yeah.
Like, he's never been, like, in a live action movie, as far as I know.
Yeah, and so I just really enjoyed him. He reminded me a lot of our dog, who is just, like, very, you know, mischievous and troublemaker, but also can be, like, really sweet and, you know, everything. And so, I don't know, I just really enjoyed his character, and I liked seeing, like, him and Superman together, you know, because Superman, like, he's kind of, you know, more serious, and, like, Krypto, you know, is just, like, causing havoc everywhere, but like, also he does help Superman a lot in this movie, and so I just really enjoyed that. And
like I said, he's getting his ass kicked like every second in this film. Krypto's there for him.
Yeah, like, he, you know, he does his whistle, and Krypto is there to assist him, and so I really enjoyed Krypto. But who were you gonna say?
Well, my big positive with this movie is actually Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I think he was
good at making you hate his guts.
For me, he's the best Lex Luthor. Now, I haven't seen a lot of the TV show stuff like Smallville and all that, but I've seen Gene Hackman in the role. I've seen Jesse Eisenberg, which he's certainly better than Jesse Eisenberg. Kevin Spacey has played Lex Luthor. For me, I think Nicholas Hoult, like, did it the best, and maybe it's because we're joining this, universe 3 years in.
Mm-hmm.
I just like this version where he just like he's on top of his game, like he knows exactly how to strike Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of the flip side. I don't want to see Superman getting his ass kicked, but at the same time, like that just makes Lex Luthor even more badass.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting thing because
Yeah.
it's like, would he have shined like that?
Exactly. So it's kind of conflicting a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, but like I just thought he was really good. Menacing. A little whiny, but not too whiny. The Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor was just like,
I
oh
mean,
my God.
I'm hearing
Horrible.
that a lot of people are saying that Nicholas Hoult has given like the best.
And Gene Hackman is classic, great actor. I love him, and he's great in the role for like what that movie is. But I don't know. For me, I think Nicholas Holt's the best.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I really like Nicholas Hoult. I think he's a great actor. But yeah, I mean, I hated his guts in this movie because he's also just very like immature and childish. Like his hate for Superman is so strong, and he's like, you can just tell he's so like jealous and insecure and like,
oh yeah, that's some of the best stuff about him.
And he has this like girlfriend, and she's like very ditzy, and you can just tell that like he's not a very mature person. So
yeah, and she's like his 50th girlfriend.
Yeah,
he keeps banishing the others to that shadow realm. And I don't know. I just thought all the stuff with him was really cool. I liked how he had like a team, like basically in the sky that was like, fighting Superman and stuff. I just like the idea of like Lex Luthor like using his brain and intellect to take down Superman because like that's who he is.
Yeah.
As a character. So that was some of my favorite stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought the portal stuff was pretty cool too. I liked all that.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I think that what I didn't like about the movie, or what brought it down a little bit for me, not quite to the level that I was hoping for, I guess, was the story a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it's really hard with these superhero movies. They kind of get like really ambitious, and their storylines just go kind of crazy.
A little too much.
And it's like, like it was like you could follow the story, but I do still feel like it got a little too full of itself or something. But then you might have people complaining that it was too simple. I don't, it's just one of those things. But I don't know. There was something about there was just something that didn't quite work.
The warring countries. I mean, we didn't even talk about the Justice Gang, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
With Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion as the Green Lantern, who's a different Green Lantern than what we've seen before.
Now, is his name Mr. Fantastic?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
And then
okay.
Hawk Girl.
Yeah, all those names are like, you got Fantastic Four.
I will say I liked that group. But also, like, that just goes into, like, James Gunn doing, like, another version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, that's kind of what it felt like to me. It's like, oh, we bring this is the Guardians of the Galaxy that we're bringing into the Superman universe.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. Again, like, I like the movie, but do I like it, like, as a Superman movie? Like, that's the question I have to answer myself.
Yeah, I thought that, for me personally, you said Mr. Terrific. I thought that he was like kind of the standout there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just like very serious, but he had like a lot of funny lines.
Yeah. I do like a good douchebag character, so I liked the Green Lantern guy too.
Yeah, and he was funny too. Like, I enjoyed those two the most. Didn't care for the Hawk girl because I don't like that actress. She's
you don't
from
like Dora the Explorer.
She's from The Last of Us, and if you know,
Yeah.
We
We
don't
quit
like
watching
that show. So obviously, I'm thinking of that show when I see her. And she's not got like a huge part or anything, but I could have took her.
I could tolerate her better in this movie than I could that show.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I still think that it was a good movie. I'm glad that I went and saw it, and I am looking forward to future movies for sure. And I think that there's a lot of potential there. Like, I think that, we could get, like a 5-star watch for me.
I'll definitely rewatch it. I probably need to rewatch it. I like the movie, but like what I'm torn on is just like my love for Man of Steel and that version of Superman. I just think is so like epic and awesome and this is not that. It's different, but there's nothing wrong with it being different. It's just
Well,
not what I loved
I
about
think
what I
that.
fell in love with Superman.
Oh, I think too, though, you've kind of realized these last several years that you don't like the fun, fluffy stuff anymore.
I do like fun
I
stuff.
feel like you kind of just
I
like
do.
that dark, serious
That's
shit
not
all
true
the
at all.
time.
Look, here's the thing. Like, I'm not like a super Zack Snyder guy when it comes to the DC stuff. I love Man of Steel. That's pretty much where it ends.
Like, do
Like,
you
the
want
other
all these
stuff, I'm
Superman
not, like, super
movies to be
into.
like the Batman and shit?
No, I don't.
When I think of a superhero movie, I think that they should be fun and
I
for
want
the
it to
family
be like
and
epic and feel importance, and like this is Superman. Like arguably this is the most important superhero of all time, just because like he started everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like the template for the superhero.
But I don't think I just feel like I don't think that like yeah it's the first movie that he's doing for Superman.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like you have to kind of just trust that he's trying to set up
He's
what's
building
going
a world.
to yeah
I
like
respect it. I respect that.
yeah I just hopefully
I'm
you
just
can see
I'm
that there is potential and that
yeah,
maybe you'll
I'm very much that guy that's like I wanted a Man of Steel 2, like that's what I wanted to see, and it's like it kind of pains me a little bit to know that like with this Superman we'll probably get a Superman 2, we might get a Superman 3,
oh yeah there's already going to
and
be
it's like we couldn't get that with the other one.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a bitter pill to swallow for me.
gotcha.
So, but I
yeah.
like the movie. Okay.
Is there anything else? I don't
That's
know.
it. We went a while
Yeah.
talking about Superman.
Yeah,
So I
talk
think
about
that's
Krypto and
I think that's all of our thoughts. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye guys.